and saying, hey, we're going to do a show. We recap all the night. You know, nobody ever talks about late night television anymore. We're going to recap those shows unironically and talk about how great they are. I would say, we're spending $1 billion. Are you a fucking idiot? Jesus, what else do you have? You fucking baby. What else do you have?
I do have a little bit of sound from Quibi.
Oh, so
I pulled like the late night, or last night's late night.
So I don't even really understand what Quibi. I don't even understand what Quibi is. All I know is it looks like your typical thing where they get a bunch of stars together and no one pays attention to it, right?
Well, you know how when you have a spare 5 minutes in your day that you're not glued to your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Quibi's designed to put ads and entertainment into that 5 minutes.
I gotta tell you, like, I don't know her at all, but when I'm on social media and I see John Legend's wife, what's her name?
Oh, Chrissy Teigen.
I can't run away fast enough. I just can't run away fast enough.
Well, that's company policy.
And I'm looking at, John Stamos and Steven Spielberg and The Rock. These are people who are not interesting.
So they spent $1 billion on as a startup trying to.
It just seems like $1 billion star fucking enterprise.
Yeah,
you know?
The idea is it's mobile only, so it's on your phone, and they're like 5 to 15 minutes little movies, self-contained units of entertainment.
Short for quick bites, I believe.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll work out, but boy, it just seems like a fucking disaster zone.
Well, listen to the great entertainment they've got.
So what is this?
Yeah, so they have other companies sponsoring content on the platform. This is from Entertainment Weekly, and it's a review show reviewing last night's late night shows.
I mean, where is the fucking audience for that?
People who want to watch late night, but they go to bed a little too
but can't
early.
watch the 6-minute stuff that every show puts up on YouTube now?
Yeah.
Well, this
can't get
Do you need a human being to review those shows for you? Like,
this actually grabs also the stuff that they put on YouTube and gives you the best of that.
So it's essentially like an unfunny, ass-kissing talk soup.
Yes. It's like the distilled essence of Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, and whoever else.
I think there's an appetite. Like, I actually have thought that talk soup could actually work in the podcast format.
Yeah, that's actually the perfect example, because I was about to say that I would love this if they were shitting on last night's late night.
I was about to say, what are the odds you think that they're not kissing ass and saying how wonderful they are?
That may not be the case.
But don't you think, because I thought this, and I actually thought about this for Barstool, like, talk soup was funny.
Yes.
Like, isn't there a daily podcast form that could shit on all these late night talk show hosts, play the clips and shit on them and have it be funny?
Absolutely.
And play some fucking Jerry Springer and some Maori and stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, I think like they might want you to do it in video form the way
Talk
Soup is done, and then
right,
put it out as a podcast.
Right, like I don't know how to do it, but on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's already a better idea than Quibi's already done. Give me a fucking $1 billion. Jesus, go ahead.
On this episode of Last Night's Late Night by Entertainment Weekly,
I can't with the fuck. Oh, shut up. I cannot with the music already. Jesus, it's like Steve and fucking having me on Sirius. That's what Steve wanted the beginning of Sirius to sound like.
Not really.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
It'll be more your music.
Play at the beginning again. Let me hear this idiot.
On this episode of Last Night's Late Night by Entertainment Weekly, Howie Mandel gives a hand-washing tutorial on Kimmel, Corden sets the record straight on carpool karaoke to Ellen, and Elmo's premiere has a star-studded lineup. But first, let's kick things off with some monologues.
Ellen has a chump! Elmo's been working on this all day. Knock, knock.
So here's the thing. So you could then just shit on this or whatever, but she's going to be like, oh, Elmo, what are you doing? Like, it's going to be like that, right?
Which is...
Who is that audience? Who is that? What are they doing? What are they? I don't want to get mad. I talk about this all the time. Every year, this year is different because of coronavirus, but they sit down, these networks, and say, all right, you know what's been on a sitcom in a while? We haven't seen him in a while. Is whoever, pick a guy who hasn't been on. Paul Reiser.
Sure.
Why don't we have Paul Reiser now? He's a grandfather. You know, and is an next door neighbor's love interest? Yeah, maybe. Let's write a script. Let's give Paul Reiser $500,000 just to hold on to him so he doesn't go anywhere else. We'll develop the show. We'll hire producers. We'll spend $7-8 million on it before we even put it on the air. And here we go. And they do that with like 30 shows a year. I mean, the amount of money that networks have burned, I'm talking tens of billions of dollars on ideas that if you would just come to me, I would have said, nope. I don't, like Tony Danza right now, I'm sure, has some sitcom deal
Holding
somewhere.
deal, yeah.
Yes, no question.
Yeah.
You know, where he's like, Tony Danza moves next door. What he doesn't know is a neighbor is the son he never knew he had.
And the craziest thing is now we don't even hear about them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
other than Bob Hart's Abishola because we made fun of it. Name a CBS sitcom.
Couldn't tell you.
Sitcom in general on television.
Didn't Bob Hart's Abishola get renewed for a second?
Yeah, but it also was the biggest producer in television right now, in sitcom television, right?
Yeah.
Chuck Lorre produced it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guarantee you, this year's different. But if you look 2 years ago, the amount of shows that were never even, there are shows that are on for 2 or 3 episodes get canceled. You know how many are they shoot pilots that are never even aired?
Right.
Like this, like if somebody said to me, imagine going like and saying, hey, we're going to do a show. We recap all the night. You know, nobody ever talks about late night television anymore. We're going to recap those shows unironically and talk about how great they are. I would say, we're spending $1 billion. Are you a fucking idiot?
And it's the same length of the time every clip they put out is.
Right.
So you can watch
the actual clip,
watch the show
or watch
at your leisure or watch us talk about it.
I mean, well, let's give her a chance. Go ahead.
The president and his space poodle were in Florida today for the big NASA SpaceX launch. The mission had to be scrubbed at the last minute due to weather. Trump got very nervous. He thought they said they were canceling the lunch.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a movie trailer where they pause the music
Elmo and
for
Jimmy
the
have proved
punchline.
that there is always a little room for some childish humor in late night TV. Plus, Elmo has like the best excuse ever. He is a child. What's up, guys? I'm Heather Gardner, and because it's Memorial Day week,
What's up,
some of the
guys?
late night
What's
shows
up? Because Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to celebrate the lives of the military people by like, what? Who's Heather Gardner?
I've never
Sounds
heard
like
of
a
her.
fucking empty head. But like, you know, why wouldn't you say why can't you make fun of that joke by fucking Kimmel, which is awful?
They probably have content deals with.
Of course they do.
So
Of
they
course
can
they
get
do.
their stuff early.
Yeah, you think Entertainment Weekly probably there's advertising and there's, oh my God. What's up, guys? It's Heather Gardner here. Oh, because it's Memorial Day, the comedians took a night off on Monday, but they'll be back on, first of all, I don't know. So she's talking about Memorial Day weekend. Again, I'm not going to tell her what to do, but if you do late night television shows, I think the guy who hosted Tonight Show did something sort of noteworthy over that break where he apologized for being in blackface 20 years ago.
Yeah, big deal.
Do you think? I mean, I know Elmo told a joke.
He's on break though. What are they going to talk about?
I'm going to guess that doesn't come up, right? In this,
It does not know.
Is that not unbelievable?
Elmo actually grilled Fallon on blackface. I saw.
I mean, like,
Well, Elmo's got his own skeletons.
that's true. But I mean, like, isn't that the most? Like, that's the first time Fallon's made news in like 2 years.
Yeah,
since he fucking played with Trump's hair.
Steve was saying that before. He's like, when's the last time you heard anyone reference an opening monologue from late night?
Never.
Like when Kimmel cries is the last I can think of.
But I mean, like, I think if you ask most people now, who they know probably some of the names. If I said to you, who hosts the late night shows on ABC, CBS, and NBC, there's nobody would be able to name. Most people would not be able to name who, and who.
Hey, we're different. A trivia question for Saturday.
We're different because we're in it. But I'm telling you, if you ask the average American, go outside right now.
Would know Fallon hosts the Tonight Show. Though.
Maybe, but you ask a 52-year-old who hosts Letterman's old show. I don't think half.
I couldn't tell you what channel they're on.
Right, that's what I mean. It's different. It used to be, Carson was on NBC, and then Lennon was on NBC. Letterman was on CBS. It was. I understand the world's changed, but like it's way who Steve's a big news guy. Who are the 3 evening anchors?
David Muir is the big one for ABC.
ABC, yep. I'm saying the nightly news anchors.
NBC is
it's Lester Holt.
Lester Holt, yeah.
And I've read books about this stuff. I care about this stuff. I don't know the name of the guy who hosts a CBS show. I know he plays Scott Pelley.
Dan Rather.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. I know I've seen his face. I have no idea who he is.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can name like the Fox and MSNBC and CNN.
Right, they're bigger. But I'm just saying, like, so this woman giving a long way of saying this woman giving attention to this it'd be like, hey, what's up, guys? Kirk Minihane recapping what went on today on WEI and all the radio shows all across Boston, and doing it not in the, like And Greg Hill got a chance to sit down with Tuukka Rask, and it was worth a listen. Like it's
more.
crazy.
This is an embarrassing little thing that they do on Quibi, but it's more embarrassing to hear how they still do late night the exact same way they've always done it. They refuse to change. Like it's monologue, guests, musical act, or comedian. Where that's why I give Conan a little bit of credit because he changed it up a bit.
Right.
He's like, let's just do a half hour, one guest. I'm wearing sweatpants, no desk.
Yeah, I think
I'll change it. It's not. I don't watch it still, but
it's crazy to me. These shows are an hour.
Yeah,
like Jimmy Fallon's on for an hour.
Yeah,
let me hear some more of this idiot.
Over on Kimmel, known germaphobe Howie Mandel took a rather academic tone.
Hold on. Howie Mandel's a germaphobe?
Yeah, I've never heard that. I'm curious. He must be washing his hands
He's
like
still got
crazy
that.
right
He's still got that big curly hair, though, right?
He does not.
Oh, no,
actually.
does he not?
As a matter of fact, he's bald.
Oh, wow.
But you know what? I don't even give Howie Mandel shit for that. It's like people ask, how fascinating can you possibly find that to be asking?
What, he's a germaphobe?
20 years that he washes his hands.
20?
more
Read
than
about this
that?
when he's on St. Elsewhere,
Yeah.
like 84.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, it's, yeah, you're right. It's not his fault, but I'm also a little Howie Mandel'd out. Like,
A little bit.
He's had a nice, God, he's had a nice run, though, huh? Jesus.
Was he funny? Because I only know him as the guy that blew up the fucking.
I never
glove
found
on
him
his
funny. He
head.
did voice. He was never for me. A lot. You know what I don't like too is like the manic energy.
Yeah.
A lot of energy with Howie Mandel. But he's a fucking great second act too, from that briefcase show to
Deal or No Deal. America's Got
to
Talent.
America's Got Talent. I mean, pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now let's check out some of the best digital exclusives of the night. Although Full Frontal is on hiatus, Sam B treated her fans to a behind-the-scenes look at her last show in the studio pre-quarantine. And if you thought Sam was a boss before, this next clip just proves that she
Hold
is
on.
truly grace under
Hold
fire.
on. I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna fucking vomit.
Not feeling well?
You thought Sam B was a boss before.
I didn't. I don't. I mean, nothing against her, but I don't know particular. But does this woman feel empty inside, or is she just a fucking idiot?
I think
she's
it's just
cashing the
it's
check.
probably
It's an
just a
easy
job.
Oh, I'd puke.
The way if you worked in insurance, you'd be like, just another
I
fucking.
guess, but you're in a creative business though.
Probably takes her 2 or 3 hours to put it together. I bet she can be her own producer for that.
She's a boss.
Well, you know what she tells herself. Like, well, this leads to
right.
Then I'm
Well,
on.
no, it's Quibi. I'm getting in at the ground level of Quibi.
right.
Do we have sound of Sam B? Does Sam B sound of her being a boss or no?
March 11th was a crazy day. That is the last day that we shot an episode of the television show in the studio.
We have wonderful staff members providing all the laughter, so they're going to be working very hard.
She was laughing at jokes that she was reading for the very first time.
I'm Samantha Bee, and I'm responsible for 20 unsolved murders along the Florida Panhandle. Guys.
I love that even among stressful times, Sam B and her staff still managed to keep us laughing.
What the fuck are they talking about?
It's Sam B's the perfect example of what you were talking about, where it's like, oh, let's get the woman. Maybe she wrote a lot of her stuff, but she was funny in the early days of the Daily Show.
Sure.
Like
The early
character.
days.
That character
I remember
was
her,
funny.
but what?
But why not get the writers who wrote for her rather than just her?
But I don't even understand what's the Grace Under Fire.
I don't know.
Because the last day before coronavirus.
Yeah, some people might have been sick.
But they weren't, right? Like she didn't have coronavirus.
Yeah, they were
did she?
getting ready to quarantine.
That was Grace Under Fire. We do the show every day.
Yes.
Why? How come I'm not a boss? Why isn't she saying that?
Well, we
Why are
have
part of
released
this?
behind the scenes footage.
We do late night shows now. Why are we not bosses?
She did, that's not. It's not still the TBS show that she has. Is it?
You think I have a fucking clue about what Samantha Bee is doing at this point in my life?
Is that still
I got
on?
enough to worry about. I don't even. It's on hiatus right now, I guess. Well, this thing is just gonna. So, long way of saying, Steve actually for once picked the right sound. Well done, Steve, because that perfectly encapsulates the ass kissing, celebrity, ball sucking, cum drinking attitude of this Quibi, and that's why it will fail.
Oh, they
It
just
will
set
fail.
billions of dollars on fire.
Right now, does Barstool suck off athletes? Of course they do. But do they have a sense of humor, self-deprecation? Do they know when something's stupid? Of course they do.
Right.
That's the difference. That is really it. Like being able to make fun of yourself and be semi-creative. Like, can you imagine these fucking people doing that? They're gonna sit there and, Jon Favreau. I mean, what the fuck?
And they would never allow a show like you will come in and just shit on everything Barstool does. And they're like, that's Minihane. They kind of, some laugh it off,
some
some
do,
get
some don't,
sensitive
yeah.
about it, whatever.
Right.
But they would never allow anything.
I mean, how great would
close
that be if our show was on Quibi and they said you can just make fun of all these other shows?
That'd be awesome.
Great.
Yeah, but they would
Chrissy
never.
Teigen
All right,
would
moving
get
on,
us fired.
Seth Meyers is actually on hiatus this week as well, but his hardworking team is still posting content like this animated spoof of The Shining, starring the First Family. Okay, the original horror flick was eerie, but this next clip is eerily uncanny.
How are the Trumps surviving quarantine?
Hold
together
on.
in the-
Uncanny.
Hold on.
Was that Donald?
Hold on.
Donald, is that you?
I can't. My bigger issue, Mike's right. It's like, what? I always say this about baseball announcing on the radio. It hasn't changed since 1936. This is Carson used to do Reagan. This is no different. This is like 1982.